What if I told you that the weakness in your legs, the wobble in your step, and those awful cramps that wake you at night aren't just part of getting older? What if I told you that your legs aren't just tired, they're trying to tell you something, whispering no, shouting that something is missing and no one's listening? Let me ask you this. Have you reached for the stair railing a little too quickly? Picked the elevator over just one flight of stairs? Felt like your legs were lagging behind your mind? If that sounds familiar, this video might just change your life. Because millions of older adults are losing strength, balance, and freedom, and they don't even know why. It's not a disease. It's not laziness. And it's definitely not just aging. What if it's missing vitamins? You've been told, drink milk, stay active, accept the slowdown. But what if that's only half the truth? What if your body needs more than just effort, it needs the right fuel? Without key vitamins, your muscles can't move right, your nerves can't send clear signals, and your body can't rebuild itself. Today, we're going to change that. These are the 7 vitamins that restore strength, stop cramps, and bring back your confidence step by step. I've seen it with my own patients. This isn't theory. It's real recovery. Because when your legs go, you don't just lose movement. You lose freedom. You lose independence. You lose yourself. I've heard it again and again. I don't trust my legs anymore. That trust, that feeling of safety, we're going to rebuild it. Starting today, you'll discover the role of vitamin D, calcium, B12, magnesium, potassium, vitamin K, and B6. Each one matters. Each one can bring your legs and your life back to strength. So I ask you, are you ready to walk without fear, climb without gasping, and stand tall in your independence again? Let's begin. This is Senior Health Hub. And your legs have been waiting for this. It often starts with something so small, you don't even notice it. You grab the handrail going up the stairs. Just a little off balance, just this once. But these tiny moments add up. And before you realize it, they're stealing something precious, your confidence. That hesitation at the curb, that quiet decision to wait for the elevator, these aren't just choices. They're signals. Signals that something in your body is shifting. But what if the cause wasn't aging at all? Over time, these habits become silent thieves. They don't just take your strength. They take your sense of balance, your freedom, your ease of movement. And for millions, this thief has a name: vitamin D deficiency. We've been led to believe it's just age, that slowing down after 60 is normal. But what if it isn't? What if that weakness in your legs, that shakiness in your step, is something you can fix? Most people think vitamin D is only for bones. But here's the truth. Vitamin D is what lets your brain talk to your muscles. Without it, the signal weakens. The connection misfires. Your legs stop responding the way they should. You know the feeling. Your legs feel slow, heavy, delayed, like they belong to someone else. That's not in your head. That's your body missing the signal, and vitamin D might be the key to getting it back. Clara was 74 when she came to me. Independent, sharp, but afraid. "I don't trust my legs anymore," she said. She hadn't fallen, but she felt off. Her blood test showed dangerously low vitamin D. I gave Clara 2,000 IUs of D3 each day. And just 10 minutes of morning sun, no sunscreen, arms and legs uncovered. 3 months later, she walked into my clinic. smiling, confident. "I walked to the library," she said, "without holding on to anything. This isn't theory, it's science." A major study followed over 2,500 seniors. The results? Those with healthy vitamin D had 30% stronger leg muscles, fewer falls, and better reflexes. Harvard linked low vitamin D to sarcopenia, the loss of muscle mass with age, especially the fast-twitch fibers that stop you from falling. These are the muscles that protect you, and they're the first to fade if your D is low. But I get sun, you might say. Here's the truth. By age 70, your skin loses 75% of its ability to make vitamin D. Even if you live in Florida, you might still be low and not know it. George lived in sunny Sarasota. He wore SPF 50 daily, stayed out of direct sun. His vitamin D level? Just 9 ml. After we corrected it, he moved faster, stood taller, even smiled more. Vitamin D didn't just change his legs, it lifted his spirit. Vitamin D helps regulate serotonin and dopamine. That means clearer thoughts, better sleep, and a more positive outlook. When your vitamin D is low, it's not just your body that slows down, it's your joy. Most adults over 60 need between 800 and 2,000 IU per day. If you're deficient, up to 5,000 IU under medical guidance. The key is consistency and the right form, D3, not D2. Get 15 minutes of sun each day on bare skin. Add fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, or sardines. Enjoy egg yolks and mushrooms. And if needed, supplement wisely with D3 taken with a meal containing fat. Don't play the guessing game. A simple blood test called 25-hydroxyvitamin D can tell you where you stand. If your number's under 30, it's time to act. Don't wait for the symptoms to shout. The cost of ignoring low vitamin D? More falls, more fractures, more fear. Less joy, less mobility, less life. It's not just a vitamin. It's a lifeline. 6 months after that first visit, Clara returned. "I'm planning a trip to Yellowstone," she said. No hiking, no cane, just a bus ride. But more than that, no fear. That's what vitamin D gave her back. If your legs feel shaky, if the stairs feel harder than they used to, start with these steps. Get tested. Add sun and vitamin D3. Move a little each day. Your body is speaking. It might be asking for D. When you restore your vitamin D levels, you don't just get stronger. You walk taller, think clearer, sleep better. You regain your freedom. And that is worth everything. Imagine this. You're walking down the hallway, carrying your morning coffee. You take a step, then another, and suddenly something feels off. Your thigh twinges, your balance dips. And for just a moment, you wonder, is this the day my legs give out? It might sound dramatic, but for millions of people over 60, it isn't fear, it's reality. That uneasy feeling that your legs don't feel as solid as they used to? It could be your bone snot, your muscles quietly giving out beneath you. You see, we've all heard that calcium builds strong bones, but no one explained how age, hormones, and lifestyle quietly rob your bones of calcium, year after year weakening your foundation without warning. Again and again I've seen it. Strong, active people slowly avoiding stairs, sitting longer, moving less, not because they're lazy, but because something inside has shifted. Often, that shift is silent bone loss. Your bones are alive. Every day they rebuild themselves. But after 50, and especially after 60, this process slows dramatically. In women, menopause accelerates the loss. In men, low testosterone and inactivity make it worse. And where does it hit hardest? Your legs. Let me tell you about Sam. He was 73, a retired builder, strong hands, strong mind. But he walked into my clinic embarrassed. "Doc," he said, "I used to carry shingles up ladders. Now my thighs burn climbing a single flight." Sam had early-stage osteopenia. His calcium looked normal, but only because his body was stealing it from his bones. So we rebuilt daily calcium citrate, vitamin D3, almonds, greens, and canned salmon. 20 minutes of movement a day. 4 months later, the burning was gone. 6 months, and he was back on the stairs. Not sprinting, not struggling, just steady. The construction worker rebuilt his own foundation. Here's the truth. Calcium isn't just for bones. Every time you walk, stand, or shift weight, your muscles contract. And calcium? It's what allows that signal to spark. Without it, your legs cramp, twitch, and feel like sandbags. If you've ever jolted awake from a calf cramp, or stood up and your legs felt slow or heavy, that could be low calcium. One of my patients, Lillian, cried from leg cramps. Her calcium and magnesium were low. We fixed that. She sleeps peacefully now. Think of your body like a build site. Calcium is the brick. Vitamin D tells it where to go. Magnesium keeps it moving. Without this trio in balance, calcium ends up where it shouldn't: your arteries, joints, kidneys. Watch for the signs: night cramps, numbness, twitching, weak grip, brittle nails, wobbling when you walk. That's not just aging. That could be calcium deficiency waving a red flag. Dorothy thought she had neuropathy. Her legs buzzed and wobbled. But it wasn't nerve damage, it was blocked calcium from acid-blocking meds. We corrected her intake, the buzzing stopped. You don't need to chug milk. Try kale, tofu, sardines with bones, almonds, and beans. Add chia to oatmeal. Grill salmon with a white bean salad. Simple swaps that make strong bones. If food isn't enough, use supplements. Choose calcium citrate. Pair it with D3 and magnesium. Never take more than 600 milligrams at a time. And always talk to your doctor. Here's what no one says. You can't sit still and expect strong bones. Calcium needs a reason to stay. Movement is that reason. Even brushing your teeth while standing helps. Irene was 82. She started standing just to brush her teeth. 3 months later, she was gardening again. Her bones remembered because she moved. Ignore calcium long enough, and it's not just bones that break. It's routines, confidence, independence, hip fractures, spine collapses, chronic pain. All of it leads to one thing: fear. And fear kills momentum. So here's your checklist. Test your vitamin D. Check your diet's calcium there daily. Review your meds, they may block it. Move daily, even 10 minutes helps. Talk to your doctor about the right plan. Most of all, don't wait for a crisis. Build strength now, before something breaks, because your independence depends on it. Something feels off. You're walking through your home the same path you've taken for years, but suddenly your steps feel unsure. Not painful, not weak, just disconnected. You look down at your feet and realize you're not entirely sure where they are. This isn't a bad dream. This is the quiet onset of something millions of seniors face every year, and many never even know it has a name. It's not arthritis. It's not age. It's not dementia. It's vitamin B12 deficiency. And if left uncorrected, it can quietly steal your balance, your mobility, and your confidence without ever making a sound. Eleanor was 76, a retired piano teacher. Sharp, independent, and full of rhythm. But one day, she whispered, "I don't feel safe on my feet anymore. It's like my legs are there, but they aren't listening to me." She wasn't exaggerating. That's neuromuscular disconnection, a classic sign of B12 deficiency. Her muscles were fine, but the wires between her brain and her legs were fraying. Vitamin B12 isn't just an energy vitamin. It protects your nerves. It transmits signals. It keeps your brain steady. Without it, your body's electrical system goes haywire. B12 maintains your myelin sheath protective coating around your nerves. Without it, signals start sparking, shorting, or disappearing altogether. That leads to delayed reactions, muscle twitching, and unsteady walking. Every year I see patients misdiagnosed with early Parkinson's, neuropathy, or dementia when the real issue is a treatable vitamin deficiency. One man, John, 69, was told he had Alzheimer's, but his brain scans were clean. His B12 level? Dangerously low. We started John on weekly B12 injections. 8 weeks later, he walked 9 holes of golf no cane. No wobble, just confidence. That's the power of catching it in time. Why are seniors so vulnerable? Because absorbing B12 is complex. You need stomach acid, intrinsic factor, and a healthy gut. But after 60, that system slows sand. Many medications block absorption even more. Even if you eat eggs, salmon, or liver every day, your body might not be absorbing B12 at all. Antacids, metformin, and age itself can rob you silently. Back to Eleanor. Her level came back at 181 pg/ml, technically normal by US standards. But in Japan, that's considered deficient. She began B12 injections and sublingual tablets. 3 weeks later, she walked into my office in O'Kane. She said, "My feet feel like mine again." Untreated B12 deficiency can lead to permanent nerve damage, balance issues, memory loss, depression, fatigue, and worst of all, falls. I've seen patients trip not from weakness, but because their brain couldn't find their legs in time. One step, one broken hip. That's all it takes. How to fix it? Start with a serum B12 blood test. Aim for levels above 350, ideally 500 pg/ml. If borderline, ask for methylmalonic acid and homocysteine tests. Food sources of B12 include liver, clams, salmon, eggs, milk, chicken, and shellfish. But remember, eating it doesn't mean you're absorbing it. Supplements work. Use sublingual tablets, methylcobalamin preferred. If you have absorption issues, injections are best. B12 is water-soluble. Your body flushes out excess safely. Typical doses: 1,000 mg daily sublingual. 1,000 mg weekly injections for 1-2 months, then monthly. Always check with your doctor, especially if you're on other meds. Martin was 81, a retired engineer. He refused supplements. "I eat healthy," he said. But soon, walking became risky. His B12 was undetectable. It was too late. He told me, "I wish someone had told me earlier." So now I'm telling you, your B12 action plan. Get tested. Check your medications. Supplement wisely. Eat more fish and eggs. Watch for signs: tingling, buzzing, leg fatigue. Don't wait for your legs to feel far away. Vitamin B12 gives your legs their voice back. It restores trust in your movement. It lets you walk tall at family events, stroll through the park, and stand without fear. Your brain remembers. Your legs remember. They just need B12 to reconnect. So give them that gift and take the next step on your own terms. It's 2:14 in the morning. You were sound asleep, but now your eyes fly open not from a dream, but from a sharp, stabbing cramp in your calf. It grabs your leg like a vice. Your toes point against your will. Your body jolts awake, heart racing. You try to stretch. You try to stand. You rub your leg in the dark, whispering, "Please stop." But it won't. Not yet. You're not broken. You may just be missing something vital. Magnesium? Magnesium doesn't make headlines, but it's the mineral that keeps your muscles, nerves, and energy running in silent harmony. Without it, your legs suffer first. Random cramps that strike like lightning. Muscles twitching at rest. Legs that won't stop moving. A body that feels tired no matter how much you sleep. Often, the cause? Low magnesium just below the radar. 3 key jobs magnesium does for your legs. Helps your muscles relax. Creates the energy they need. Keeps your nerve signals clear and calm. Without enough magnesium, your muscles stay switched on. Cramps, spasms, twitching, fatigue, sluggishness. It's not just a muscle problem, it's a wiring problem. Meet Patricia, 74. Retired nurse, years on her feet. But now, she sleeps in a recliner because leg cramps hit the moment she lies flat. We gave her 200 milligrams of magnesium glycinate at night. Bedtime stretches. A snack, almonds, and dark chocolate. Within 2 weeks, 70% fewer cramps. 6 weeks, sleeping in bed again. She hugged me and said, "You gave me my nights back." Why are seniors deficient despite healthy eating? Soil depletion, processed food, medications, aging gut, chronic stress. Magnesium is drained silently. Ask yourself, night cramps? Restless legs? Tight calves? Sleep trouble? Tingling feet? Anxiety or fatigue? High blood pressure? If you said yes to 2 or more, you might be running low. Alan's legs buzzed like ants. Doctors said neuropathy, but he'd been on antacids magnesium blockers. We corrected it. The ants vanished. Magnesium doesn't just help muscles, it helps bones. Without it, calcium ends up in your arteries, not your bones. The result? Stiff joints, brittle bones, and a higher risk of fracture, especially in older women. Want to refill your magnesium stores? Start with food. Pumpkin seeds, spinach, avocados, dark chocolate, black beans. My favorite plate: salmon, spinach, black beans, and roasted sweet potatoes. Next, smart supplementation. Magnesium glycinate, great for sleep and cramps. Magnesium citrate, gentle, supports digestion. Avoid magnesium oxide, poorly absorbed. Start with 200 milligrams, work up to 400 milligrams. Margaret, 78, hadn't danced in years. Not from arthritis, from stiff legs. She was on 3 magnesium-depleting drugs. We added a smoothie, 200 milligrams magnesium, light walking. 2 months later, she danced again. Magnesium boosts GABA, your calm chemical. Low levels? Poor sleep, anxiety, mild depression, feeling tense for no reason. Magnesium might be your missing piece. What to do today? Check your symptoms. Audit your meds. Eat magnesium-rich foods. Add gentle daily movement. Start low-dose supplements. Ask your doctor for a magnesium test. Note: blood tests only show extreme deficiency. But your symptoms? They're speaking. Legs twitching? Cramping? Fatigue? Listen and answer with magnesium. Magnesium won't make the news. It's not flashy. But it might be why you walk with ease, sleep through the night, and move without fear. It calms your system, protects your bones, restores sleep, fuels your movements, supports your spirit. You don't need a miracle. You might just need magnesium. Next up, Potassium, and the story of a man who collapsed on a walk from missing just one mineral. Don't miss it. It was a crisp spring morning when James collapsed. He was 68, fit, active, the kind of man who made aging look easy. A former coach, now enjoying peaceful hikes. But halfway through a short 2-mile walk, something seized his legs. No warning, no stumble, just collapse. Not a heart attack, not a stroke. It was something far simpler and far more silent: potassium deficiency. Potassium is often just the banana mineral in our minds. But in reality, it's your body's electrical backbone. It powers your muscles, signals your nerves, hydrates your cells. Every single step you take depends on it. And when potassium runs low, your legs don't just tire, they fail. After age 60, everything changes. Your kidneys don't hold on to minerals the way they used to. You sweat more, you lose water faster. And if you're on diuretics or blood pressure meds, potassium drains away quietly. The result? A body slowly running out of strength, and no one sees it coming. Ever felt cramps at night? Heaviness in your legs during a walk? Or a strange fatigue even after a full night's sleep? Maybe dizziness when you stand, or constipation. These aren't just aging, these are whispers, potassium whispers. Eileen was 72. Her legs trembled, her fingers shook. She feared Parkinson's. But the truth? Years of stress, dehydration, and processed foods had drained her potassium. With real food and smart hydration, her strength returned. It wasn't a disease, it was a deficiency. Back to James. His potassium was 3.4, technically normal, but barely. And for an active man on diuretics, that wasn't enough. I told him, "Your legs didn't give up. They couldn't hear the signal anymore." We rebuilt his day. Potassium-rich foods in every meal. Coconut water after walks. A medication check. 6 weeks later, James was hiking again. Now, he says, I listen when my legs whisper so they don't have to scream. Movement is electric. Literally. Your cells need potassium inside and sodium outside to spark motion. If that balance fails, muscles cramp, nerves stutter, you freeze mid-step. In younger bodies, this rebalances quickly. But in seniors, the delay becomes danger. Potassium doesn't just move you, it holds you upright. It keeps your bones strong by balancing acid in your body. When your body's too acidic, it pulls calcium from your bones. But potassium? It protects them meal by meal, step by step. You don't need a supplement, you need a plate. Sweet potatoes, avocados, beans, spinach, coconut water. These are nature's potassium treasures. Food works better, lasts longer, and supports your whole system. Here's what a leg-loving day looks like. Breakfast, yogurt, banana, chia seeds. Lunch, lentil soup, spinach, avocado toast. Snack, coconut water and orange. Dinner, salmon, sweet potatoes, sautéed greens. Dessert, cantaloupe slice. That's not medicine, that's dinner. Daily potassium goals. 2,600 milligrams for women. 3,400 milligrams for men. Most seniors fall short. Not from laziness, from lack of awareness. The fix? Add, not overhaul. 1 fruit, 1 green, 1 bean at a time. Please don't reach for potassium pills unless your doctor tells you to. Too much can harm your heart or kidneys. Only supplement if your blood tests confirm it, your doctor approves it, and your kidneys are healthy. Otherwise, let food lead. Ruth was 80. Her legs didn't hurt, they just stopped responding. Diuretics, low salt, low fruit, it added up. We added white beans, avocado, coconut water, roasted veggies. No pills. 3 months later, her cane was just a shelf reacher. So, what can you do today? Check your meds. Review your meals. Stay hydrated. Focus on real foods. Talk to your doctor. Be patient, strength takes weeks, not days. And trust, your body can bounce back. Your legs know when something's off. They tremble, they spasm, they feel heavy. That's not weakness. That's communication. They're asking for potassium for power, for balance, for trust. You don't need to fear the stairs. You don't need to brace before bedtime. You don't need to miss out on walks with your grandkids. You need fuel. Potassium is fuel. Simple, safe, natural. Potassium won't trend on social media. It won't be printed on cereal boxes. But it will steady your steps. It will soothe your nerves. It will keep you standing proud and tall. 1 sweet potato. 1 cup of spinach. 1 avocado. 1 glass of coconut water. These tiny choices, they build strength. They rebuild confidence. They bring your legs and life back to you. Next, we'll meet the bone director, vitamin K. It decides where calcium goes. Strength or stiffness, bones or arteries. And you'll meet a man who thought it was arthritis until a plate of greens changed everything. His name was Gerald. He was 77, a retired machinist, strong, steady, focused. But when he came into my clinic, something betrayed that steadiness. His knees didn't hurt, they just didn't move. I feel stuck, he said, like my legs are made of wood. No swelling, no sharp pain, just hesitation. Most doctors would have said arthritis. Most people would have said age. But they'd be wrong. Gerald's body had the materials to stay strong: calcium, vitamin D. But he was missing the map. He lacked vitamin K. Vitamin K doesn't get much attention, but it's the traffic director of calcium. Without it, calcium drifts into arteries, joints, kidneys, all the wrong places. Meanwhile, your bones get shortchanged. your legs feel foreign. There are two main kinds. K1 found in leafy greens, great for blood clotting. K2 found in fermented foods like natto, cheese, egg yolks, and crucial for bones. Most seniors, they get K1. But they're missing K2, the one your legs truly need. Gerald's calcium, normal. Vitamin D, borderline. Vitamin K, low across the board. We changed his diet. Blended kale soups, small slices of aged Gouda, sauerkraut daily. Plus, a K2 MK7 supplement. 3 months later, Gerald came back. "Doc," he said, smiling, "my legs, they bend again. No dancing, no sprinting. But walking without resistance? That's a victory. Vitamin K boosts bone density by activating osteocalcin, a protein that anchors calcium into your bones. K2 also turns on MGP, your natural defense against calcium building up in arteries. Stiff arteries mean poor circulation. Poor circulation means weak, tired muscles. K2 keeps things flowing so your legs stay strong. Studies show seniors with higher K2 move better. Better gait, better knee flexibility. Less inflammation in the joints. K2 supports the whole structure bones, blood flow, and movement. Bruising easily. Cuts healing slowly. Joint stiffness. Declining bone density even with calcium supplements. Silent stiffness. No pain, just restriction. Maria, 69, fractured her femur after tripping on a hose. No osteoporosis. Just low K. We rebuilt her diet with greens, brie, natto capsules, and a bit of K2. She hasn't fallen since. For K1, kale, collards, spinach, parsley, broccoli. Steam them. Pair with healthy fats, olive oil, nuts to boost absorption. For K2, aged cheeses, egg yolks, fermented veggies, liver. Most seniors need more K2 than they realize. If you choose a supplement, pick K2 MK7, 90 to 120 mg daily. Always pair it with D3 and magnesium. If you're on blood thinners, talk to your doctor first. Think of it like this. Vitamin D absorbs calcium. Vitamin K directs it. Magnesium keeps everything flowing. Calcium builds the structure. Together they work like a dream. Mrs. Green, 81, hadn't gone to church in months. Her legs didn't hurt, but stairs felt impossible. Her calcium was high, but no leafy greens, no fermented foods. No K2. Spinach banana smoothies. A spoonful of sauerkraut. 100 mg K2 MK7, paired with D3 and magnesium. 2 months later, no cane, no fear. She walked to the altar with her grandchild. If you're over 65 and taking D or calcium but not K, start with leafy greens daily, even steamed. Add a forkful of sauerkraut. Start a small K2 supplement. Test your levels, especially if you've had stiffness or fractures. Don't guess. Don't take calcium blind. Give your body a blueprint. Let vitamin K guide your strength home to the bones, not the arteries. Your legs were built to move. Don't let silent stiffness steal that from you. Vitamin K doesn't shout, but it transforms. Balance, motion, confidence. In our final chapter, we turn to vitamin B6, the spark your coordination has been waiting for. You'll meet a retired teacher who thought she was just slowing down, until B6 lit the fire beneath her steps. Her name was June. She was 79, a retired third-grade teacher. Joyful, steady, filled with rhythm. But lately, her steps felt wrong. Not painful, not weak, just disconnected. "My legs don't understand what I want them to do," she whispered. She wasn't dizzy, she wasn't injured. But something was off. Each movement lagged. "Do you ever feel like you're walking through water?" I asked. Her eyes widened. "Yes, that's exactly it." People often blame age, arthritis, or nerves. But for June, it was something simpler yet powerful. A vitamin B6 deficiency. And it was fixable. Vitamin B6 is like your body's coordination coach. It helps your brain talk to your limbs, fuels protein metabolism, and supports red blood cells. Without it, your body slows, your legs don't listen. Even with a good diet, B6 can run low. Why? Poor absorption with age. Less protein. Medications. Chronic illness. June's B6 wasn't dangerously low, but it was enough to scramble her signals. Heavy legs. Delayed reactions. Tingling feet. Foggy steps. Fatigue that doesn't fade. If this feels familiar, you're not alone. One patient said, "It's like my brain gets there before my body does." To move well, your nerves must fire clearly. B6 builds neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, Georgia BA, acetylcholine. These control mood, balance, coordination, and strength. When B6 drops, your clarity does too. June's plan was simple. 50 milligrams of B6 every other day. Salmon, bananas, spinach, chickpeas. Gentle exercises. By week 4, she said, "I took the stairs." By spring, she was gardening again. B6 fuels your muscles. No B6? No energy. You might walk to the mailbox and feel like you ran a mile. That's not weakness. That's low B6 at work. B6 builds hemoglobin, oxygen's delivery truck. Low B6 equals less oxygen. Your legs fatigue fast. It's often misdiagnosed as just aging, but it's reversible. No magic needed, just real food. Grilled salmon, potatoes with skin, spinach, bananas, chickpeas, avocados, whole oats. Build a plate that powers your steps. For mild deficiency, 1050 mg, day for 4-8 weeks. Don't exceed 100 milligrams day unless advised. Too much B6 for too long can backfire. Start small, watch the shift. Cecilia was 82, a ballet teacher. She didn't want to dance again. She just wanted to walk without fear. She added 25 milligrams of B6 and leg-focused exercises. 2 months later, her gait was smooth. She was finally free. Watch out for these B6 robbers. Blood pressure pills, diabetes meds, Parkinson's meds, alcohol, chronic inflammation, kidney disease. If you're on multiple meds, B6 might be draining silently. You're not getting clumsier. Your mind hasn't slowed. You're not broken. You might just be out of sync. And B6 might be the signal booster you've been waiting for. Add high B6 meals. Take a walk. Do a few chair stands. Breathe deeply. Support your body's wiring one day at a time. Your body remembers how to move. Your brain remembers how to signal. All they need is a little help reconnecting. That's B6's job. Check meds. Eat B6-rich foods. Ask for a blood test. Supplement if needed. Move daily, even gently. Track improvements over time. There's freedom in not thinking about every step, in walking through a room without planning it. That freedom doesn't come from luck. It comes from balance, from clarity, from B6. Up next, the final step. We reveal how combining these 7 nutrients creates a chain reaction unlocking energy, balance, and strength in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Don't miss it. Let me ask you something deeply personal. What would your life look like if your legs were no longer a limitation, but a liberation? What would it mean to walk into your kitchen without grabbing the counter? To rise from your favorite chair without a second thought? To join your family on a walk, a trip, a dance floor, even just in the garden without hesitation? If you're still watching this, that tells me something powerful. You are not here to surrender to weakness. You are here to reclaim your strength. Today, we've uncovered the 7 most overlooked reasons your legs feel tired, cramped, unreliable. And the best part? Each of them has a real, practical, nutritional solution. No hype. No gimmicks. Just the truth your body has been quietly asking for. So hear this and hold it close. You are not fragile. You are not broken. And you are certainly not done. You are underfueled. Vitamin D the spark. Calcium the structure. B12 the communicator. Magnesium the calm. Potassium the charge. Vitamin K the guide. Vitamin B6 the bridge. These aren't just supplements. They are instructions, blueprints, keys to unlocking the strength you still hold within. Maybe you've told yourself, it's just stiffness, just aging. But what if your body hasn't forgotten how to move? It's just been waiting for the right fuel to remember? I've watched men in their 70s ditch their canes. Women in their 80s plant gardens again. Grandparents who thought they'd never chase a toddler again laughing through the park. It always starts the same way. Knowledge. Action. Fuel. So now I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 nutrients surprised you most? Have you felt leg cramps, balance loss, or fatigue? Are you already supplementing or not sure where to begin? Drop a comment below. Seriously, I read them all. This isn't just a channel, it's a community. Your voice belongs here. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe. Tap the bell. Share this video with someone you love. Because on this channel, we don't just talk about aging, we talk about living. Boldly, fully, freely. This episode? Just the beginning. Coming up, the healthy foods draining your leg strength, medications secretly weakening your bones, fruits that cause muscle fatigue, the inflammation link between bread and balance, the shocking tie between brain fog and falls. If you saw yourself in this video, if you felt that flicker of recognition, then please come back. Because this journey isn't just about vitamins. It's about your future. Let me leave you with this. The biggest mistake I see is waiting until the stairs feel terrifying, until your world shrinks to a single hallway. Don't wait. Instead, take one small step today. Pick a vitamin. Pick a story. Pick one action to take in the next 24 hours. Because that step, it's not just movement. It's a promise. To your body, to your strength, to the future still unfolding. And if you're feeling left behind, if you're thinking, it's too late for me, I want you to hear this. It's not too late. You're not behind. And you are absolutely not alone. One of my patients said, I don't want to run. I just want to stand without fear. That's what this community is here for. To help you stand. To help you trust your legs again. To help you believe in your own strength. Next time, we dive into the gut-muscle connection. Why the probiotic you take might be hurting more than helping. And how a retired woman stopped falling not with more exercise, but by changing her breakfast. Intrigued? Then don't miss it. Subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Bring your questions, your hope, and your strength. Because this is Senior Health Hub, and we are just getting started. Stay strong, stay curious, and never stop walking forward. Ever.